Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I will be evaluating some of my success and fails in my game design for information technology. The game I have created, Apocalypse, is a game designed to be an open-world adventure game with third-person shooter content. The summary of the game is about a person finding himself in an unfamiliar world without any memories. He woke up in a robotic lab and then escapes into the open world, destroyed and ruled by the robots. The main character will then travel around, meeting all kinds of different people, trying to survive in the world. In the end, the main character finds himself actually being a robot instead of a human. He is designed to be the key to activate a weapon to destroy all living things to allow the robots to rule. The players are going to make the ultimate decision to either complete their destiny or making their own future. After 1 month of the period of time, the developing stage of the game has ended. I am now going to compare my game against the design specification that I have set up in Criterion B. So these are the design specifications that I have planned to achieve in the game. Number 1. The game is in an open 3D world with a futuristic and sci-fi background, which I have successfully achieved. The game has a futuristic background, which allows players to have more space for imagination and exploration. Second, the gameplay is going to be in third-person perspective, where players can see the character they're playing in the game. To achieve this goal, I have gone through several tutorials trying to figure out how to apply animations to the character instead of just letting the model move around in the XYZ axis. It was one of the hardest parts during the game development. Number 3. The game control will be designed for either phone or PC as the platform. The control of the game is perfectly for PC, with a third-person controller using WASD and space. However, I have failed 3 of my design specifications, which was number 4, to create a shooter category type of game. Number 5, players will be able to enjoy the satisfaction of shooting enemies in the game. Number 6, players will be able to experience the fun of competing with friends in the game. When I was developing the game, I have found the programming technique with applying animations hard enough. It was impossible to do such a big game project like this and doing a shooter game at the same time. To be able to make this game into a multiplayer type, I need to achieve skills with networking, which I don't even have most of the fundamental skills of coding. I have found myself lacking a lot of experience with it, coding and C language. After going through the development stage of the game, I have found that it is impossible for a Year 10 student to make such a big game within 1 month. I have found myself failing almost half of the design goals that I have set in the design stage and my expectation of the game design. As you know from my previous video, I was aiming to make a video game very similar to Fallout 4, or even using it as the building base of the game. Thus, I have done some research into the development of Fallout 4. According to an article from Fortune, Fallout 4 has sold 12 million copies and generated 750 million in its first 24 hours of retail on the 10th of November. In fact, it took a team of just over 100 people 2 years to create the game Fallout 4. It took Bethesda so much time and effort to create such a masterpiece like Fallout 4. It would be ridiculous if a Year 10 student can create something like that within 1 month. That is also why Fallout is such a popular and successful game. Therefore, instead of building all the features into the game, I have only created some of the fundamental game ideas and background setting for Apocalypse. I have successfully learned how to animate characters and building a game world with solid objects. To improve the game, I would add in vehicles for players to drive around the open world, experiencing a different kind of exploration. Like I said before, instead of adding all the detailed features in the game, it will be better if I only concentrated on the exploring part, so I don't have to worry too much and wasting my time on the skills that are too high level. If the idea of my game, Apocalypse, can be developed by a bigger game development team, the game will have potential to be one of the best open world adventure games, which will bring a large impact to the gaming society.